Very good morning, dear students. Welcome to English class. Yes, students, today we will start the next chapter, Subject and Predicate. Next chapter of your grammar book, Subject and Predicate. So, let's start. Yes, students, we know that a sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. You had learned that. What is a sentence? Sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. And every sentence has two parts. Every sentence has two parts. First is subject and second is predicate. Here you can see in this picture, a sentence has two parts, subject and predicate. Is it clear? Yes, students, let us learn more about subject and predicate. We know that a sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. What is a sentence? You had learned that a sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. For example, Suhana is a good student. Here you can see Suhana is a good student. A sentence can be divided into two parts. First part is Suhana. It is subject, and is a good student is the second part. It is called predicate. Suhana is the subject because the sentence is about Suhana. I am talking about Suhana, one girl Suhana. So Suhana is the subject and the words is a good student is the predicate, because this part tells us something about the subject. Suhana is a good student is telling you about Suhana, that what type of girl she is. Clear? The part of a sentence which tells us what the sentence is about, कि sentence किसके बारे में है, that is called the subject. And the part of a sentence which tells us something about the subject, that we are telling about the subject, is the predicate. Is it clear to all of you? Yes, let us read some more sentences. First is, here you can see in this picture, subject is birds and the predicate is fly. Birds fly. The birds flew away. The birds flew away. The two babies were feeling scared. The two babies were feeling scared. Here you can see in this picture, as we can see, the subject and the predicate can be made up of one word, as in example 1. Two words, as in example 2, the birds. Here you can see subject is the birds. Two words, we can include two words also, or more than two words, as in example 3, like the two babies. So the subject can take one word, two words and more than two words. Is it clear? Remember, the subject does not always come at the beginning of the sentence. The subject does not always come at the beginning of the sentence. It means कि subject हमेशा starting में ही नहीं आता है. Let's notice the position of the subject in the following sentences. How beautiful she is! Sign of exclamation. What a beautiful painting! Sign of exclamation. Have you taken your bath? Question mark. Is she very clever? Question mark. To find out the subject in these sentences, like interrogative and exclamatory sentences, to find out what is the subject in interrogative and exclamatory sentences, ask yourself a question. What is the sentence about? कि ये सेंटेंस किसके बारे में है? What is this sentence about? The answer to this question will provide you the subject. Is it clear? The answer to this question will provide you the subject. You can know more about subject. Is it clear? Let us learn through these examples. First example is how beautiful she is. Sign of exclamation. And the statement is she is very beautiful. Who is very beautiful? She is very beautiful. What is the sentence about? She. Then subject is she. What a beautiful painting. The painting is very beautiful. When we convert it into statement, it will become the painting is very beautiful. What is the painting about? What is the sentence about? It is about a painting. So the subject is painting. Have you taken your bath? And when we convert it into statement, it will become you have taken your bath. About whom do we speak? You. And the subject is you. Is she very clever? She is very clever. About whom do we speak? She. Here subject is she. I am talking about she, that she is very clever. So the subject is she. Is it clear? In imperative sentences, that is the sentences which expresses order, request and advice, the subject is not stated. It is understood. We know it is always you. For example, get out. When we say get out, it means we are giving order, get out. It means you get out. And here the subject is you. It is understood that the subject is you. Stand up. When the teacher says stand up, it means teacher is giving order that stand up. And it means here subject is you. It is understood that the subject is you. Open the door. It means you open the door. Is it clear?